Alright, so here's a before and after shot for a headlamp restoration project on a 2006 Mercury Milan. This one's been done already, this one hasn't. You can see this one's kind of yellowish and oxidized. So what we used here was a turtle wax headlamp restoration kit. And my brother's the one who did it, so I'm going to have him explain to you the steps and what comes in the kit and how to go from this to this. Alright.
First of all, wash the, I did the whole car, but you really, if you're just doing that, just wash this with regular soap and water or car cleaner or whatever. This stuff works really good. So we washed this, wiped it all down, let it dry. The kit comes with 2 bottles and 3 pads. Your lens clarifying compound, which is like a paste kind of material, and the lubricant from when you're scrubbing it with these pads. The pads are numbered. Number 1 is the green pad. It's got 2 sides. This is the one you're going to use the most. Number 2 is a brown pad, also 2 sides. It says 2 on it. And the third pad has 3 and 4. Number 3 is purple. Number 4 is blue. So basically, the first thing I did was once it was all dry, I took this lens clarifying compound, put it on a cotton cloth, just squirted it on there, and wiped it all down. It says used a lot of pressure, so I just wiped it in circles, you can back and forth. It says you can also use the compound on a foam pad on a buffing machine at 1500 RPM. So you can use that. I did it all by hand, so it's not going to look as good as if you do it with a buffer. I did this whole process, even the pads, I did that 3 times and it still could be better. So I did this with the compound, and then after that you take pad number 1 and you spray the lubricant on the pad and the headlamp, and basically with the first pad you go either up or down or left and right. You just go in one direction, just all over the headlight, for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how bad it is. I did it 3 times. I did about 5 minutes each time. I just went back and forth. You pushed it against it pretty hard. It says use your fingertips and just pushing it back and forth, making sure it moves smoothly. You can apply this lubricant while you're doing it. You don't have to just do it once. You should periodically do it as you're cleaning it. So once you do that, it says immediately switch to the second pad, which is your brown one, and do the same thing with the lubricant. Make sure it's still all clean there. It says get as much off with one as you can. And then with the rest of the pads, it says use for about a minute. And when you use the other pads, use them in the opposite direction you use the first pad. So I went like that with the first one, so I just went like this with the rest of them. So basically I just did that for a minute, still applying pressure and applying lubricant as needed. Just going like that. And then you switch to your purple one, apply more lubricant, same thing for about a minute, maybe a little more. Make sure you get all the way around. Lots of pressure. Then move to number 4, which is your blue. Do that one. Pretty hard. This one I moved around a little bit, like in circles, because I figured I already did 2 other pads between 1 and 4, so I kind of went around like number 1 almost, and with a cloth. So I just went around little circles like that. And after that, it wants you to dry the whole thing, because it's going to be pretty wet after you spray all the lubricant all over it. And so I just folded the cloth on the other side, wiped it off, and then after that it tells you to buff with another cloth. So I just took this cloth and just dried it off like that, and then it turned out like that. Just to buff it. And that's pretty much what you do. You can repeat it if you want. I did it 3 times, of course. I already said that a million times. But if you want better results, use a buffer, but this worked pretty good.
And so basically a full process recap: you want to have a clean lens to start with, then you're going to apply this white toothpaste kind of lubricant on it, or cleaner on it, then you're going to wipe that all down, And then
After it's
basically,
dry.
after it's dry. And then you're going to use the 4 pads in order, starting with the green one, which is really a rough grain to get most of the junk off, and the rest of them are kind of more of a finer kind of grain to get more of a smooth edge on it, to kind of clean it up a bit. So that's about as best as it's going to look. That's the whole process. I'll probably do a video after this one's done so you can see the whole car when it's all nice and clean. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch y'all later.